What's going on, guys? You ever had one of those days where it just started off bad and just never really got better? It's one of those. So I got up this morning and I needed to haul a load. I had a load already picked up on my truck. Truck didn't want to start, so I'm gonna need some batteries. So then I turned my headlights on. Headlights wouldn't work. Figured out that I don't know if it's a dimmer switch or if it was caused by low voltage by the batteries, and then when I started it, if it did something. But I have no low beam headlights, so I drove all the way out there with my high beams on because I had to get the load out there. And my water pump's been leaking for a while, and it's getting worse, and I haven't found out where it's leaking yet. It's one of those that'll leak sometimes and sometimes it don't. And I've got a snap-on bore scope, and I've been trying to find it. I hadn't pinpointed it exactly yet because there's oil up there, and then it mixes with the antifreeze, and you can't hardly tell. I've tried washing it off, and like I say, it leaks sometimes it don't. I can't find, I'm not exactly sure where the wheat pole's at on it, so I hadn't been able to get right on the wheat pole and see if it's leaking out of it and running around or what, but I'm going to look at that a little later. But right now, I've got some batteries here. I picked up a whole set of new batteries there. We're gonna put them in there. We're gonna fix one problem, and then we're gonna I'll have to see what's up with the low beam headlights a little later. But right now we're gonna swap these batteries out and get it where it'll start good again. Oh man. I gotta take this bar out first. Battery here is swollen up. You can see the casing swollen on it. See that on the camera there. These batteries are about 3 years old, I think. Maybe not quite, maybe 2.5. that should be that. See if she starts up. Guys, got the batteries in there. It started good, and that actually fixed the headlights too. I was hoping that it would. These Volvos have a light control module. I done checked all the fuses and relays and cleared the code, but when they get low voltage, it throws codes in all the electrical system because the stuff is designed to cut off whenever it senses low voltage. And so I don't know why that it never would come back on, because I cut the truck off earlier and cranked it back up. You know, after I'd run it for a while, I cut it off and let it stay off, 30 seconds and started it back up. And I thought that would have cleared it if there was something going on, but I don't know. It works now, so at least I won't have to buy a dimmer switch. I'm proud that the batteries fixed 2 problems. I was hoping, but I wasn't sure. I was afraid it may have done messed something up. I know these things are very sensitive on the voltage, but you can tell this battery over here is done swelled up on the ends. Now where the camera's picking that up. And it's leaking acid or something there, looks like. These 2 here appear to be okay by looking at them, but we will, I'll charge them up and see if I can't test them a little bit, and I can use them for something else that's, not nearly as important as this is. Alright guys, I wiped a little grease on all the connections there just to help keep them corroding. I know that's a little messy, and somebody's probably going to tell me that's not the right stuff to use. I would have used dielectric grease if I had some. I don't have any, so regular grease will work a whole lot better than nothing. It keeps the gases from when these are charging, from getting corroding the post and whatnot. Just helps protect the bare parts a little bit. Keep the old green stuff off of there. Anyway, hopefully these will be good for another 3 years or whenever, or longer. I went ahead and put 4 in it this time. Last time I didn't put the 3 because those batteries there come from O'Reilly's, and they were more expensive when I bought them than what these were, because I got these at the Freightliner place. And I was a little short on money last time, so I just used 3 because I knew it would run on 3. But this is actually the way it's supposed to be done with all 4 of them in there. So we got that back right. I'm going to go ahead and put the side skirt back on there. And like I say, that fixed the problem with the low beam on the headlights too. They work now after all that being disconnected and hooking it back up. It's got proper voltage going to it. Gets it cleared all the codes, and now we got good voltage, so that'll work. And we'll check out the water pump deal another time when it gets worse, or whatever, when I can find it, and we'll see what we got to do to fix that. I don't know if it's actually the water pump or the gasket or something around it. I'm not totally sure, and I hate to buy a water pump as much as they are for these. I think they quoted me like $500 for one place for a water pump, so I hate to do that and then that not be what it is. So I'd like to kind of figure out what's going on there. But anyway, thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll see you next time.